Why play Morgana mid? Well, she brings a ridiculous amount of lockdown. She is one of the best pick champions in the game, she is a beast in a teamfight, and she pushes waves quickly and safely. However, she does lack mobility, only having a small speed up during her ult. And she is squishy, relying on her black shield and Zhonya's to keep herself safe. Morgana's passive is when she deals damage with her abilities against champions, large minions, and large monsters, she is healed. Morgana's Q is a straight line skill shot which deals damage and roots the target hit. The root duration at level 1 is 2 seconds and goes all the way up to a massive 3 seconds. Morgana's W has a passive where if her passive is triggered, the cooldown of this ability is reduced. The active places a circle on the floor for 5 seconds and enemies within take damage over time. In addition, this ability does more damage the lower health the target is. Morgana's E is a shield which she can put on herself or an allied champion. The shield only blocks magic damage, but as long as the shield is active, they are immune to all CC effects. Morgana's ultimate can only be used if near an enemy champion. When used, she forms a tether to all nearby enemy champions, dealing damage to them. This tether lasts for 3 seconds, during which time she gets bonus movement speed and the targets are revealed and slowed. If the tether is not broken by the end of the duration, they're then dealt damage again and stunned. For combos, if you land Q, follow up with W before using E on yourself and walking up and ulting. Stay close enough to your target to keep the tether intact, auto-attacking where you can until they're stunned. And your team fighting combos use E on yourself and walk up to them or flash into ult range. After ulting, use Zhonya's if needed or keep auto-attacking, and then when the stun lands, use your W into a Q. For matchups, Morgana is great into champions who rely on CC as she negates a massive part of their kit. And she can struggle against hard lane bullies or AD assassins who can easily get onto her and bully her out of lane. For runes, take this, Comet gives great value. For build orders, start Ring and Pot into Leandries and tier 2 boots. After this, Zhonya's and Crystal Scepter are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill orders, start W then Q then E before maxing W then Q then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ignite. Teleport also works incredibly well. Starting the game, your main objective is going to be farming hard, and the easiest way to get free farm is by poking where possible and taking good trades. Often on Morgana, to push the wave you'll be using W between the frontline and backline minions so you can damage all the minion wave at the same time. However, if you want to get more poke off, especially if your Comet is available to you, you can use W on half of the minion wave to make sure you tag the enemy champion as well. And then between Comet and a few ticks of your W, it's actually very good poke. Otherwise, if they're ever not behind their minions, landing a Q into W with a couple of auto attacks as well is a massive amount of damage. And as far as trades go, if they have CC to pull you in, you can simply black shield yourself, and if they don't, your Q has such a long duration you can often get the damage out for free and then simply walk away. When you hit level 6, you now bring an insane amount of damage and basically 5 seconds of straight lockdown. Landing your full combo is often enough damage to simply remove them from the map yourself. Entering the mid game, your bot lane will come mid, which means your golden experience is now in a side lane. Push the wave out as far as you can safely before rotating for objectives and skirmishes. The entire time, make sure your team has aggressive wards so you can land those Qs onto isolated targets for easy picks. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play as your teams engage. Getting on top of the enemy team and using ultimate into a Zhonya's is a massive amount of damage and lockdown, and a great way to start any fight. Otherwise, play as the backline mage, spamming out damage and using ultimate to peel for yourself.